Hi, it's Christine. I've always wanted to create a channel on manifesting, and now I'm finally doing it. I've been studying law of attraction for the past maybe 15 years or more, and personal development. And about a little over a year ago, I got into Neville Goddard and the law of assumption. And wow, it the more I learn about Neville Goddard's concepts and the law of assumption, it just took my manifesting to a whole new level. But let me start with the experiments I did with Neville Goddard. So, one of the experiments Neville Goddard did with his VIP students back in the day is he would tell them to imagine climbing up a ladder. Imagine in your mind putting your right hand on one of the bars, then your left hand, then your right foot, then your left foot, and going up a ladder and then going back down a ladder several times at night before going to sleep. And the reason he had them do this visualization right before sleeping is because he said that that's the perfect time to access your subconscious mind. When you're still in between conscious and dreaming, when your beta waves in your brain slow down to get into a sleep state, he said that's the perfect time to visualize and manifest. And then the other part of the experiment is to write notes that say, I will not climb a ladder, all over where you can see them throughout the day. So I did the experiment. Every night I visualized climbing up a metal ladder, and I felt the metal on my hands, and I felt my feet like on the solidness of the ladder. And then I wrote post-it notes all over where I could see them, like next to my mirror, on my dashboard in my car, all of them saying, I will not climb a ladder. And then I would say, I think it was like the fourth or fifth night, I was about to do my visualization of climbing the ladder. And I realized that it kind of happened. It wasn't exactly a ladder, but I was at a playground with my kids and I had put my hands on the metal monkey bars and I felt the metal on my hands just as I had visualized it in my visualization every night. And I didn't even realize it until like that night. And I was like, oh my God, it just happened without me even being consciously aware of it. And then I was like, oh, maybe that's a fluke. Maybe let me try this again. I'm going to try a wood ladder this time because I wasn't 100% convinced because it wasn't like a real ladder, it was monkey bars. But even like the monkey bars even looked like the ladder in my visualization. So I'm like, okay, let me do a wood ladder this time. I'm going to try this experiment again because I wasn't 100% convinced. So I did it again a few weeks later. Every night before going to bed, I'm climbing this wood ladder. I can feel the ladder. I see the wood ladder. I see the wood, that grainness texture of the wood. And then I wrote post-it notes again. I will not climb a ladder. And I even wrote even more post-it notes. I will not climb a ladder. And I saw them all over the place. I'm pretty sure no one noticed. If they did, they probably thought I was crazy, which I am, because I like to have fun and experiment with these things. And then this one was much faster. I think it was on the third night. I got into bed ready to visualize, and I realized, and I have no business climbing a ladder. I work on a computer full time. I don't even think I own a ladder in my house. So, but that night I got into bed and I was like, oh my God, I climbed a wood ladder and I didn't even realize it until I got into bed that night. It was so unconscious. What happened was I was chasing my son in the backyard we have a small little playground with swings and a slide. And I was trying to give him his medicine, and I had to climb up the wood ladder part of the slide in our backyard. I didn't even realize that was like a ladder. It's wooden. I had my hands on the wood. I saw the, oh, I was like, oh my God. So then I tried the experiment with the $100 bills. So every night I visualized counting 10 $100 bills, and I would try to see the $100 bill as clear as I could and feel it in my hands. That one was a little bit harder to visualize, but I would just count 10 $100 bills over and over before going to sleep. I did not do the post-it notes saying I would not manifest $100. However, I don't really carry cash. Everything is digital or I pay with credit card. And I honestly haven't seen $100 bill in years. Like, who pays with things with $100 bill? No lie. Within 2 days, my husband gave me two $100 bills because he owed me money for something. I forget what it was. And then a few days later, I also got another $100 bill from someone. Again, they owed me money for something. I was like, what? And then I tried another experiment with roses, red roses. I would visualize every night. I didn't do the post-it notes, but within a few days, I was at the grocery store. I turned around and there was like this big bouquet, this big stand of red roses just like in my face. I was like, wow. So it just made me realize how powerful our subconscious mind really is, and that this 3D world that we think is so real and so true, it's almost fake because it's just a projection of what's going on in our subconscious mind. I mean, I really believe it's a co-creation as well. There's certain like rules and laws that we've kind of co-created, like gravity and I don't know, science and math. Like we all agree on some things that are very true. Although I don't know, it just blows my mind. And then I've been studying Neville Goddard like crazy. And I just realized today the first sentence in chapter 13 of Acceptance says, however much you seem to be living in a material world, you are actually living in a world of imagination. So he's saying that, like, this world that feels so real with our five senses and seems so solid, it's always changing. And it's based on what we're thinking. Like, our imagination is more real than this 3D world, and we can manipulate what is projected into our 3D world, which is so cool. So that's where I started with my conscious manifesting journey. And I had studied law of attraction too, but Neville Goddard really like made it a little bit more solid for me. I'm gonna end it here, and I'm gonna share some more things that I've been manifesting, and how I did it, and how much like confidence I feel now. I used to get so depressed, and I realized like, oh my God, like there's no reason to be depressed. I'm creating all of this. Anyway, I hope that inspired you. My intention for this channel is to remind you that you are a powerful creator, that actually like God is within us. Like we're doing all of this. And that people are like messengers of like what's going on inside. Everything is just a message of what's going on inside. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll be doing more of these. And if you're interested in coaching, I'm also available for that. I'll put my information below, and I will share with you some of the packages that I have available. If you'd like to do one-on-one coaching to help you, if you feel stuck in any area and you want to change it and create more of what you want instead. All right, stay tuned. I got lots more. Oh my God, I could talk about this stuff all day. It's so fun.